If you need level 40, unlimited, limited, clutch time, domination, triple threat, or anything else on your 2K account grinded, contact Rose NBA on Twitter and let them know X sent you. So this tier list time again, shooting guards. And all of the best ones, and we're ranking them on another wonderful little tier list right here. So yeah, let me know your favorite shooting guard down in the comment section below, all the wonderful stuff. And I guess just without further ado, let's show you the tier that I skipped out a little bit in the hard past here. Where we only have 4 cards, and that's just because I didn't really feel like searching through and finding more stinkers. I mean, at this point, if you're not using most of the cards in there, give or take 1 or 2 that I forgot that are up in these like top 4 tiers, you probably are fine. You can use these guys and ignore these bottom ones. But we got Zach LaVine, Will Barton, Vinny Del Negro, and Luka Doncic. Zach LaVine, pretty decent. For an amethyst you get out of the exchange, but just as the normal timing jumper, just not really too special. Will Barton is a jumper that I think is a little bit too baited. I'm not really trying to use. Vinny Del Negro, pretty good, but jump shot 28 on only the quick timing, and which is like a free card that they gave us to just be like a different version of Sidney Moncrief without the defense, which is kind of a meh card. And then Luka Doncic for an emerald is actually a pretty good card, but I mean, it's for an emerald. He does have the most unguardable jumper in the entire game. The only problem is he doesn't really have defense. So yes, you can, I've said this a lot with this emerald Luka. I like him because yes, you can get a bucket whenever you want, but you're also giving up just as many buckets, so he's kind of just like a dead even card, which I'm not really looking for. So if that's still decent here, we got Stacey Augmon, who granted does have jump shot 5 on very quick, which is a jumper that I know a decent amount of people actually like, but it's just not one that I'm super, like, I'm not really into. And, you know, some people that's a little bit crazy, but, you know, it's not really a jumper that I'm too gassed up about. So Stacey, for me, just kind of feels meh. Joe Dumars jump shot, I think, is 36. Just even on the very quick timing, just is not very fast whatsoever, and it makes it tough for me to actually consistently want to use this Joe Dumars. I do have him. I'm not really impressed with him whatsoever. JJ Redick, Del Curry, and Michael Cooper all have the same jumper in jump shot 28. Actually, and Sidney Moncrief. Those guys have it on very quick, and Sidney has it on quick, so I probably could move Sidney down to hard pass, but Sidney has really good defense, so does Cooper. Kind of like 3-and-D guys. And Redick and Del Curry, yes, they do shoot well, but they just don't really play good enough defense for me to really warrant them having it. And also, JJ Redick has a shorter wingspan than he is tall. That's not a dub. Devin Booker is actually pretty good for a Sapphire that we got. Again, just like Luka Doncic, yes, he is a guaranteed bucket. He's going to be getting you a lot of baskets. He's going to be going out there and hooping. The problem is he's really not going to be playing any sort of defense himself. So he's going to play make. He's going to get open. He's going to hit some shots with a really nice jumper. But it's kind of more of like a net, like neutral situation, which there's better than that. Next we have Latrell Sprewell, jump shot 4 again, and I don't know, there was something about this Latrell Sprewell that just didn't feel good. One of the more underwhelming cards that we had this year from this like zero gravity reward set. Just not really a card that I'm too into. I'm just gonna have to pass on. Ben Wallace did just get a new Dark Matter, who is absolutely insane, but this pink diamond I'm just not really a fan of. The jumper's all right. The defense is really good. And if that's what you're looking for, a nice 3-and-D card, he is absolutely amazing for it. But I just think there's better options. David Thompson, jump shot 8 is it's a decent enough jumper, but again, not really one that I'm like super excited about using. Like, it's good enough, but I just didn't really have fun with this David Thompson. We have Paul Arzin, who is pretty decent. He's got jump shot 95, same as Victor Oladipo, but just, again, not really a card that I'm just jumping out of my socks to use. Not a card that I'm excited to use, just a card that I kind of just use just because. We got Sidney Moncrief as well, who is pretty decent, but again, I really only have him here with the other cards that have his jumper because he's got defense. The pretty damn solid tier is looking pretty decent. We have Shannon Brown, who is actually one of my favorite cards, just because he's got jump shot 26 on very quick. Is a jumper that I personally am a massive fan of, and I just think a lot more people need to use. If I'm being 100% honest, it's actually just a super solid jumper. And he also has the quick dribble style that just helps him get open and just absolutely cook some people up, which is always really fun. Just not really the most insane guy when it comes to like defense and stuff like that, but is a really good slasher. Marquise Johnson, another really good slasher, but the problem is he's just not really going to be giving you too much when it comes to like shooting and stuff like that, because he does have jump shot 8. A little tough, but he's really fun. John Starks, pretty decent card. Another card that I think is actually pretty fun. Jump shot 67, I think, and he can play the point guard position, which is obviously a pretty big dub to some people that he can do that. He does have some really good slashing. His playmaking is actually pretty good. Some decent dribbling animations. His defense is all right, but at 6'3", just not really a card that I'm like, I guess, super gassed to use. Isaac Okoro, a card that I absolutely love. Jump shot 20 on very quick, absolutely amazing defense. Just an awesome 3-and-D kind of guy. And even dribbles pretty well. Finishing is actually pretty good as well. All around, for a pink diamond, he is an absolutely amazing card that can be really good for a lot of budget people. Kelly Oubre Jr. probably should be in Baby Demon, but I'm just not really a massive fan of him. Jump shot 39's never been a jumper like throughout the entire history of 2K. That like typical Sean Marion jumper. It has never been one that I've particularly liked, and it's really just not different this year. I'm not a fan of it. So Kelly is a pretty tall, shooting guard at like 6'7", but just even with the defense stuff like that, I just don't really feel like I can consistently get a jumper off with him. So I just don't really like using him. Evan Mobley's up next, and Mobley is great because he's a 7-foot shooting guard that has absolutely amazing defense. He's not gonna, knock your socks off with anything else, but he is gonna be a pretty good card when it comes to just locking it down and making sure that nobody is kind of cooking you up yourself. Next, Jerry Sloan, jump shot 40 on very quick is actually pretty nice, but shifty dribble style is still a dribble style that I like, but I just don't like his other dribbling animations. I think he's got like the Wiggins behind the back or something like that, and it's just not really something that I super love. And at this point, you kind of need to have top tier animations all the time really to compete with some of the cards that are coming in every day, and Jerry just doesn't exactly do that. Danny Green with jump shot 13 is actually pretty nice 3-and-D guy. Obviously, I mean, it's Danny Green, the guy plays defense and then gets buckets, but isn't going to be like the most amazing aside from that. So a little bit tough. Bradley Beal is a card that I know a lot of people are actually a pretty big fan of, but I'm just personally not a fan of him. Yes, he's got the railing jumper on very quick, but at 6'3", there's only so good that you can be before I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pass. And I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan. Austin Carr is up next. Austin Carr, pretty good guy. Jump shot 31, I think, which is a pretty nice jumper, and he's got that on very quick. Also has the quick dribble style to get some cooking done, dribble around, do some crazy things. Really good slasher as well. Just again, another card that I'm like, oh, knocking out of my, jumping out of my socks to like, use this guy. Manu Ginobili up next is 6'6", I think, so really good for that point guard position, and actually can be a super fun card, depending on what kind of lineups you're trying to use. But in the grand scheme of things, only having the quick jump shot timing on that Dante Exum base is a little bit tough. Walter Davis, budget Tracy McGrady, even more budget than the man DeMar DeRozan himself, but has a trade break jumper on very quick, super nice jumper that you can definitely get down with. It's just, obviously, he's a budget version for a reason. He's just a little bit cheaper, a little pink diamond, but he is super fun and he's pretty nice. Starting off our baby demons here, we do have the main man, Mitch Richmond. Sadly, a 6'5" guy, but 22 on very quick, can be a really nice, just all-around shooter. He dribbles well, normal leaner's nice, and just feels like a fun card in my team. Lance Stevenson is up next, and Lance will make him dance. I love this Lance Stevenson. I think he is such a fun card to use. I mean, he just goes out there, dribbles around like crazy. He has awesome defense. The jumper and jump shot 107 on very quick is super nice. Just all around, I've had a load of fun with this Lance Stevenson. I think he's probably one of the more slept on cards in the game because I really don't see a lot of people using him, and I absolutely love him. Next, Kyle Korver. Another card that I just have no clue why more people don't use him. He is just an absolutely amazing card. Korver, I think, has jump shot 17, I think it is, on very quick. Really easy jumper to time. He's 6'7". Obviously, he's lights out when it comes to his shooting, and it's just one of those guys who you can almost guarantee never misses, and that's always good to have. Even a pretty solid finisher as well. All around, I think Korver, super solid card. Kevin Huerter, one of the best budget diamonds in the entire game. I mean, the guy's going to go out there, shoot threes with that Trae Young base on very quick. 6'7", crazy good dribbling. His glitch was getting defense. All around, if one of the only diamonds that I still highly recommend using. Joe Johnson does have jump shot 38 on very quick. A little bit slow, a little bit baited because it has a bit of a load up in the beginning. But he's still a 6'7" guy with Kemba Walker dribbling, which is always really nice. And he's got some good defense as well. Really good catch and shoot guy. Jaylen Brown is going to be one of those guys with jump shot 75 who just has absolutely locked down defense that you literally do not have to worry about him at all. He is going to get his buckets, and he is going to get them stupid efficiently, which is always what you're looking for out of a Jaylen Brown card, and he just like it with the slashing as well. James Harden's one of those guys who just has that, like, I don't know, ability to just get open and get buckets, which is always really nice, especially as a point guard. Just feels like a really good all-around card because you just get buckets, nice consistent jumper, a little bit slow, a little bit baited, but I still have fun with it. Jalen Green is Paul Arzon, but everything better. Just has the jumper on very quick timing. He's a little bit taller, 6'5". He's got really good slashing, and I think pretty equal defense. I've personally used this Jalen Green a lot, and he's just one of those guys who I feel like I can literally always get a bucket with and just never have to worry about it. His dribbling moves just always are equaling out to just buckets. George Mikan up next, and George Mikan is another one of those cards who I think is absolutely fire because we're talking about a 6'10" power forward or center who is playing our shooting guard position, as jump shot form very quick, which is always really nice. But really the big advantage that you get is being as tall as he is. He just has lockdown defense, and there's really nothing that he can't do on that end of the ball, which always makes him pretty sought after, if we're being honest. Next is Allen Houston, who is another Ray Allen, but this one is 6'7". Ray Allen jumper on very quick. Did get the Scotty behind the back, and has some pretty good dribbling as well. So all around, actually a pretty fire card. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a pretty fire card. Especially if you had him as the opal and you just get a free Evo up. Really, really good card to have in this Allen Houston. Next, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, another one of those pretty solid all-around cards just because he has absolutely lockdown defense. Jump shot 22 is really nice. Just a nice 3-and-D card. Has playmaking, has finishing. Really, we're here for that defense. Then we got Dark Matter Jerry Stackhouse, who did get his jumper upgraded to very quick timing with jump shot 1. And I just think this Jerry Stackhouse is an all-around bucket hitter, has good playmaking, and the defense they definitely didn't slack on. Feels just like an all-around really good card that, honestly, I want to have on the squad just because he's super nice. And then we can start off with the Demons tier, which has the main man, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is just crazy good. He's got the LaVine jumper on very quick and has really good, honestly, dribbling. Nice 6'5" or 6'6" PG as well, which is always going to be pretty nice. Just super fun and is going to consistently get you whatever the hell you want. Pascal Siakam is basically Jaylen Brown, but 3 inches taller. And honestly, just as good at defense, if I'm being honest. Just like, seriously, a super, super, super fire card that more people need to give some runs to because he's actually fire. Like, actually fire. Super good. Next, Michael Jordan. MJ jumper on very quick. Probably one of the cheesiest jumpers in my team history. It just actually does not miss. And then obviously it's Michael Jordan, so the defense just goes absolutely dummy. It's insane, and his finishing is also really good with some pretty good dribbling animations as well. Just all around an absolute beast of a card. Then we have the main man, Malik Sealy. Malik Sealy is basically Kawhi Leonard, but an inch taller. Slightly worse defense, but still Ray Allen jumper on very quick, just as good at dribbling. And the finishing is also absolutely insane. So 10 out of 10 card. Kobe Bryant, obviously you know what to expect. Kobe jumper on very quick. Great dribbling animations. He's 6'6", which is a little undersized, but good wingspan, and just 99 every single stat with like 65 Hall of Fame badges. Klay Thompson has the Klay Thompson jumper on very quick, and almost 99 every single stat, and basically every single Hall of Fame badge that you need. Yes, some people don't like that the Klay jumper loads up a little bit, but honestly, I say just get the hell over it. Ray Allen got a massive buff, so now he has the Ray Allen jumper on very quick, and is honestly almost an invincible card. Obviously, Giannis is going to be up here in this Dark Matter out of position. Giannis, yes, he only has the jumper on the quick timing, but you cannot take away how great Giannis plays on the defensive end as a shooting guard, while still having a pretty fast jumper that basically anybody can get down. Dwayne Wade, yes, the D-Wade jumper isn't as good as it has been in previous years, but he's still one of the fastest feeling cards in the game and one of the only point guards at 6'4" that I consistently feel like I can use. Drazen Petrovic has jump shot 3 on very quick, and it is probably my favorite jumper in the entire game, and most people's favorite jumpers in the entire game, because it just gets you open and it gets buckets. If you know how to dribble, how to just use the animations this year to get you open, Drazen is one of the most unguardable cards in my team history. Like, the card is so good. DeMar DeRozan is a budget Tracy McGrady. Basically, is only missing some of the stats and like shot IQ and some badges. But if you like Invincible T-Mac, I think that he's a top tier card. You also have to like DeRozan. And then last but not least is going to be Josh Giddey. Now, Josh Giddey didn't get his jumper changed from Jason Kidd to Delino Gallinari like Jason Kidd did. Still is a kid jumper, but he's 6'8" now. They absolutely juiced up all of his dribbling now, so it's absolutely amazing. He has more Hall of Fame badges, and now he has better stats. All around an amazing card. I still thought Giddey, even before this Evo, honestly could still be argued as Demon or Baby Demon tier, but now that he's even better at the point guard position and can dribble even better, I easily think that Giddey is a Demon tier point guard. All around super fun, and obviously he's a primary shooting guard, which is on his list, but you're going to want him at PG. So that's what I think down here for my shooting guard steals. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. Like if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. All right, so I'm here with a quick little cut because 2 cards released in the next set, and the rest of this tier list was recorded before this next set dropped. So I just have 2 shooting guards we've got to cover really quickly on this. That won't be on the main tier list, so just make sure you guys check right before this. That'll be the ending thing, and we'll just do a quick little outro. So we got Johnny Davis and Benedict Mathurin. Now, these 2 guys actually are pretty solid. Benedict Mathurin I did a gameplay with yesterday, but obviously we're talking about Johnny Davis first. Now, Johnny Davis, 6'5", he's got a 6'8" wingspan, and he's really meant to play the point guard position, not really play the shooting guard position. But he's got jump shot 87, and he's basically just like another version of Steve Nash. Quick dribble style, Kobe base, Durant, size up, escape. He's got Scotty behind the back. He's got the nice long layup package. And if I'm being honest, I just don't really love that Steve Nash jumper. So if I had to say, I probably am feeling like a pretty damn solid, maybe even a baby demon. I can't see like the rest of the tier list right now, obviously. For where I got some of these guys, but I'm kind of feeling like he's a pretty damn solid just because that jumper is kind of just meh. Yes, 6'5" is pretty nice, but like we haven't really been a fan of Steve Nash all year. And then Benedict Mathurin, a card that I did do a gameplay with yesterday, and is actually pretty damn fun. He's got jump shot 99 on very quick, the quick styles, Curry size up, KD escape, the Curry cross, got him on the back, long athlete. He's got some very fancy dunking, and is essentially just a bucket getter who actually plays some really good defense. 6'6" is pretty good for him as well. I do prefer a guy like AJ Griffin, but he's a small forward that plays the shooting guard. So I think that I'm gonna leave Benedict Mathurin right here in like the baby demon tier, and then have Johnny Davis like in pretty damn solid if I had to rank these cards overall. And since I didn't get to do the point guards tier list yesterday, I guess I'll just say that like Jaden Ivey probably sitting there in either a pretty damn solid or baby demon. The Dyson Daniels, he's obviously up there in like demons tier, stuff like that. So all around pretty good. And I guess I'll see you guys next time for a quick little small forwards tier list. Like the video, comment below what you guys think, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know your favorite card that dropped in the next set yesterday, or just your favorite overall shooting guard. And I will see you in the next video.